Hello, boss.
Hello. Oh, sorry.
Nice to meet
Give
you,
me a
man.
second. Oops. Sorry.
No, not sponsor.
no, it's scared to be
Why is there a table?
I don't know.
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh, I know you actually. I saw your video with AP.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's Amori.
Are you a moron?
Okay, he's bad.
Just for context of what's just happened, this guy has just said, "Oh, I have a bottle of Coke on the ground. Put it on the ground," and my cameraman has just knocked it over 5 seconds after he said, "Are you a fucking moron? What is wrong with you? What do you have to say for yourself?" Nothing. Okay, we'll start the interview now.
Okay. Wow, I'm nervous.
He's getting paid for this as well. Can you believe it?
Really?
Yeah.
How much?
A lot.
Okay, I guess I can see my future. You know, I can do this.
You can do this easy, 100%. I wanted to bring you back to the start of your career, way back in the day.
Oh, that's so long time.
Before you even joined SKT, you were a bit of a troll, weren't you? You used to go on the DC Inside Forum, the league gallery, back in the day,
How you know?
because I know everything.
Wow.
And you used to, before Korea had a server, all the Koreans used to play on NA.
Yes.
And you used to trolled Hotshot GG, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean that time I was child, you know. I was watching a lot of like good player, and I saw he streaming, and he randomly like 1K 700 LP. It's same as me, my LP.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, wait, I can snipe him, and I was sniping him, and finally I got it, and I'm thinking, okay, I can try possible trolling SS can, and I did.
Well, I know exactly what happened. I actually have a picture of the game here. 1 second.
How? Kinda embarrassing, but
Here's the game.
yeah, I
Your famous, I think you played Master Yi there, AP
Yeah.
Master Yi.
I mean,
4 and 10.
AP Master was broken, but everyone doesn't know that. But still, yeah, for trolling.
You saw Hotshot GG and you thought, let me take him back down to 1600. And enemy mid laner was Horo, who was a friend of yours.
Yeah.
And
that time was not friend.
And he played Cannon, and he was doing well against Hotshot GG.
Yeah.
And then you stole Hot GG's blue buff. You stole his kills. You let the Baron get stolen as well. And then you became a hero on the DC Inside forums, didn't you?
Yeah, but wow. How you know everything detail? Why? Even I forget about that. How you know?
It's quite funny though, isn't it? Because after all those years of trolling NA players, you
Yeah.
became NA savior. Did you ever expect your life to end up like that?
No. But kinda yeah, funny, you know. Actually, I didn't think it that way.
And it's interesting. I had a question for you because I don't know if this is your cat's name, but you guys have been criticized. You got criticized for playing like pussies against Weibo. But you're more of a dog person, aren't you?
I mean, you can see that what I did. I go in, and I die. Okay, but my bad.
Dog. You have a weird nickname for your dog. You call him. It's called Shit Dog. The dong.
Donkey. Oh, donkey. Yeah, it's poop dog.
Poop Dog.
Yeah, my dog name.
Why do you call him Poop Dog?
He pooping a lot. So when I child, I called it poop dog. I mean, he's passed now.
Oh,
But still, I like him most.
that's awkward.
I know, name is suck, but my favorite
Rest in
dog.
peace. Poop Dog. Rest in peace. He's upstairs now. You achieved a lifelong dream. You actually, because weirdly, ironically, your name, before it was Impact, you were called Coke, right? Like Coca-Cola. And you managed to drink Coca-Cola out of the world's trophy, which is really cool. There's a new top laner called Piss, and I'm really worried about him because apparently he's really good.
Wait, who's the, like, so you drink the piss? The golden shower?
Never mind. We'll get to the next question. I saw a couple of years ago, not to make, we keep making you go past your last trauma about your dog, and now I wanted to ask you, you're in a car accident in 2019, right?
Yeah.
And the really funny part of that story, not that it's funny, but
I remember.
but you actually got in a collision with a guy who was a fan of yours, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that driver was not fan, but there someone in their car, like 2-3 people was fan, but they don't want ask in the real life because they're scared because after car crash happened, it's kind of weird. Ask me, right?
Yeah.
Can I get signed? They message me Twitter. And I'm thinking, bro, I almost dead. Like I
Bad
was,
time for a photo.
you know, I was just wear seatbelt. I'm this side really hurt. I would be like, oh, my bone can be broke, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm so scared, and I'm thinking, wait, in NA, if you call ambulance, you need pay 10K. Wait a second, and I called it over to go to hospital. But anyway, that time, I also get so trolling.
Well, I think that it's something more sinister at play, maybe, because they said they were fans of yours. Have you ever thought maybe they were actually TSM fans and they did it on purpose?
I mean, driver is not fans. So, driver doesn't know league, so.
Yeah, but maybe it was a TSM
He
fan.
asked that.
Yeah. You ever thought about that?
Then close. Next time, try better.
And you also back in the day, you made a pretty interesting investment in that you bought a tower in Korea, like a tower block. And it's interesting you bought a tower. Are you thinking of buying an inhibitor next?
Wait, can you say again? Inhibitor rice?
You've already bought a tower.
Yeah.
Are you going to buy an inhibitor next?
But I give to my dad,
Yeah?
so
You've given it away.
I'm not sure I can make inhibitor that level.
Fair enough. What do you use the tower for nowadays?
My father know, not me. I give to my dad.
Yeah.
So my dad do everything. So,
Wow.
and my sister living there, the last floor. So maybe she still know.
Fair enough. I actually heard there was a rumor way back in the day, back in 2018. I think it was the end of 2017 going into 2018. There was a rumor that you had the offer to go back and join T1. Why did you choose to stay in North America?
I mean, actually, I tried going to Tion more, but I talked to Tion, and like, I was thinking like, that thing I'm more, my wrist get hurt, that thing. So when I talk to them, I feel like they not want them much. Then, like they think I'm a second option, something like that. So I'm not choose there because they want that reason.
Was it awkward then because then Hooney came to NA
Yeah.
and you were better than him?
I mean, now they know,
It was nice to see that in live action, I suppose. I saw that you made a tweet on March 25th, 2017 that says you shit your pants today. What happened?
Oh shit! I shit my pants today. That means I'm just play shit in the game.
Oh, okay. You didn't actually shit your pants. Have you ever shit your pants?
Maybe no one know. Actually, happened in the high school one time.
Yeah.
And it's suddenly, randomly, I'm pooping my pants in the high school timing. I remember in the bus, and I'm thinking, holy shit, this big problem. So I wish, like being close to school bus scan. I go school and I go first floor bathroom and wash my pants.
Yeah.
I was crying too.
Yeah.
And people come in and I'm hiding in those bathroom
Yeah.
because I'm kind of.
I remember one time I asked to go to the toilet and the teacher wouldn't let me. And she's also the teacher that stole my Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Oh,
She stole them and then she was like, she lost them. But then I saw her son had them because her son was at the school as well. And one time she said, you can't go to the toilet. And I kept saying, I need to go.
Then
and
you pooping too
I
hard.
just shit on the carpet.
Good revenge. I will do too.
It's really good. I heard a story apparently, and I want to hear if this is true because I heard this from some old reporters.
Okay.
They said that when you did your green card interview in NA, the interviewer asked you, how much do you make? And you said, 2. And they said, 2,000? And you said, no, 2 million.
No, I said one. Am I allowed to say? But I said 1 million. And he randomly asked to change to language to Korean. 얼마요? How much? He asked 1K, 1K to Korean.
Yeah.
And it's, no, 1 million. And oh?
Why do Koreans love that noise? Because when I interviewed Showmaker, he made that noise as well. What does that mean?
Like question mark,
Okay. I wanted to ask you, do you have any superstitions, like match day? Do you have anything that you do that's weird? Because I heard a rumor that apparently you don't wash your hands on match day. Is that true or no?
Before 1 hour. Because I don't want to change my hand temperature too much. So before 1 hour, I'm not doing the wash hand. But I wash hand in home.
Of course.
Yeah.
Especially because when you poo your pants as well, you have to wash
You need to wash very well.
with soap as well. Make sure. I wanted to ask you, one of the first times I think you cried in eSports was back in 2014 at the MVP Awards when you didn't win the award, and lots of your teammates did win it.
I mean, I cried at 2012 too when we cannot pass the world gauntlet. But that time I was crying because so they have a cast part like the CEO or something, right? He's come and say to me, sorry, by people SKT should get it, but it's kind of like not balanced. It's not fun to look.
So you were the scapegoat. They said you're the one that's not going to get it.
Yeah. And
Have you always felt like you were the guy that has to sacrifice?
I mean, I guess I'm that easy, but I mean, I'm okay to with him. If I have to sacrifice, I don't mind it. But that situation kind of tough to me.
Yeah, that's cool. Thank you so much for the interview. I really
Thanks so
appreciate
much.
it.
Was fun.
Thank you. Are you surprised I know so much?
Yeah, actually, I'm really surprised that I was scared. How you know that even I forget.
Yeah. It's important. We have to know your impact.
Yeah, you're great.
Thank you, man.
See you guys.
See you.